is not my podcast. This is Jeanette's podcast.
I'm not a leader.
But I am
a
leading
follower.
because apparently, whatever.
Also, she's sitting in the middle. This is her
And
fault.
also, I'm in the middle, which is Teresa's fault.
I love this chair.
Thank you.
Look at me go.
My name is Daphne. This is Jeanette.
Teresa.
Yeah, this is Teresa.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, you're leading.
Yes, I'm leading now because Jeanette said, hello.
Would you like to debate?
All
Let's
right.
talk movies.
So,
Yeah,
basically, all three of us are movie buffs. They more than me, but
Well, that's just because of the MFA.
Yeah, it's
oh,
good.
they've got college degrees and I don't.
You're
Well,
very smart.
Oh my goodness.
I
Anyway.
I had courses in screenplay writing, and
They like movies,
Yes,
and
indeed.
they
Play
thought
writing
she
and-
thought it would be a good idea for us to sit down because we talk movies all the time anyway,
all the time.
and she thought it would be a good idea for us to start like a weekly podcast. So this is our very first podcast ever. There's a camera at my face. Hello, and the biggest debate that we have among the three of us is that one of my favorite movies ever is Bridesmaids, and so we thought that would be a good. Here she goes already. We thought it would be a good start for the podcast to actually get us going so we can get like a rhythm and everything. So when we saw Bridesmaids, this one here, she likes to keep a little notepad in her purse where she jots down her
For
thoughts.
writing,
It's for writing purposes.
Yeah.
But imagine my surprise. I'm laughing my ass off watching this film, having a grand old time.
Yeah.
And Teresa is in the dark on this teeny tiny little Blue's Clues sized notepad,
It was like this big.
writing
Scrolling
how
like
much
an old-timey
she hated
detective.
this movie.
I needed to tell someone how much I hated this movie. I needed to communicate with somebody, and it certainly wasn't going to be her. So I needed someone
Her
to
vitriol
understand.
was undeserved.
Actually, can I have never in my life watched a movie where within the first 30 seconds, I would narrow it. I would say the first 10 seconds, I was like, nope, I'm out of this movie, and never went back. Bridesmaids is a record setter. For me, it really is.
Oh my god.
Let me tell you, I've never once in my life pulled out a notepad in the middle of a movie and started writing a review. I have never in my life even written a review, and yet this movie enticed me to write a review because I didn't like it that much. It's a record setter.
She's mean is what she is.
Am I?
Yes,
It's a
you're
good
mean.
movie.
It's not a bad movie.
It's a thing.
It's not a bad movie.
Okay.
The humor is crass,
But women are allowed to be
but
crass.
women are allowed to be crass.
Right.
And they are human women. Like, they're human characters. And they're reacting sometimes over the top. I mean, I wouldn't flash Chris O'Dowd. I don't care how cute he is. But, I mean, it was funny. It was a funny scene. I laughed my ass off. I thought it was great. Just, woo, driving the car. Like, it was great. And
I remember very little about this movie.
Well,
Can I just go ahead and
See,
say?
she won't watch it again.
yeah,
I
she
know.
was the problem.
That's another record setter for me, is that apparently this movie had Chris O'Dowd in it. I love Chris O'Dowd. Are you insane?
He is adorable.
Chris O'Dowd makes everything better. Okay, Chris O'Dowd
He's a
was
big
in.
Irish dreamboat.
He's amazing. No, for real. Chris O'Dowd was in like a 5-second scene in a movie called How to Lose Friends and Alienate People, which I don't like that movie, by the way. It starts with transphobia, and then they murder a dog, and then there's more transphobia. I don't care for it. So
And
anyway,
it's not like funny dog murder.
no, and it's not. You know what? It's not Simon Pegg's fault either, because I love Run Fat Boy Run, and like all of his, like, I have several movies with Simon Pegg, like Man Up. I love Simon Pegg.
Yeah.
So it's clearly not Simon Pegg's fault that movie's not good. It's the script. But Chris O'Dowd was in that movie, and he was only there for 5 seconds, and he made the movie better. I love Chris O'Dowd on the IT Crowd.
Chris O'Dowd.
Chris O'Dowd's amazing. Okay?
And he was cute as the Irish
I
cop.
don't remember
I-
him.
You were too busy hating it.
I was too
There
busy
was a-
hating this
there was
movie.
A phase
I
red
don't remember
and-
Chris O'Dowd.
Yeah, no.
That right there almost makes me want to watch it again.
You need to watch it again. You need to give it a fair shot. Look. Okay, I know the crassness is not your cup
Is
of
it
tea.
only the sex jokes that you don't care for?
You mean the entire movie?
Oh my god.
The entire movie is not one big.
Okay,
long
here's
sex
what I
joke.
remember. Let
It's
me
about
share with
them
you.
being best friends.
Let me
and there's
share
a
with
third
you
person that
what
comes
I
in.
remember. Okay, the opening scene is an awkward sex scene, And your dad's like, but it establishes
It's
character.
character building.
important.
You need this scene.
Don't know these people.
Well, that's what the scene is for.
I know
it's
that.
to know their rapport.
Nope.
It's
So
to
it starts
see
out with an awkward sex
how
scene,
awful he
and then the
is.
very next scene, to my memory, is them talking about this awkward sex loudly in a cafe.
which is what people do.
Right, great, it's amazing.
I
And
have talked about
then
this stuff with my best
They
friend.
were not talking about it loudly.
they were too
They were not. They were having a
They
nice,
were pretty-
womanly conversation.
pretty loud.
Oh my
And then, I mean,
goodness.
maybe it's because it was
talking
a,
about these things in public.
maybe it was a small like
Don't you
cafe
know?
nervosa
You're
kind of
supposed to be
cafe.
at home when you discuss these things.
Oh
I'm
my
just saying.
goodness.
And then
I don't think that they were screaming it across. The
I didn't say
cafe.
they were. They were screaming over the bleached assholes later, but let's not go there. Let's go ahead and go back to the
That's true.
beginning.
That was during a fight.
That was
I
during
know.
the fight
That doesn't
scene.
They're
count.
the whole movie.
Oh my goodness.
The midpoint of this movie is a series of diarrhea jokes.
Also, excuse me.
I mean-
butthole jokes are not sex jokes. Butthole jokes are butthole jokes.
Yeah. Stop sexualizing the body.
Why are you sexualizing my butthole?
I'm not even going to defend it. The point is, okay, the point is, what I remember, and it's very little, what I remember is opening was an awkward sex scene, immediately followed by the cafe scene, and then if memory serves, the third scene was Rebel Wilson
She was awful.
Rebel
in
Wilson
that
is
movie.
awful. in
doing
that
the
movie
idiot
because
humor,
I-
doing the, I got a
Yeah.
tattoo out of the back of a van, oh no, I should go put something on it.
Yeah.
And then she goes to the fridge, gets out a bag of peas, rips it open, pours
Well,
it down
I
her
mean,
back.
Stupid humor is not bad humor all the time. There are some stupid characters who are delightful. You know? It's just, in
Like
this
who?
case, honestly, I'm going to say Lloyd Christmas.
That's what I was. Okay, Dumb and
Yeah.
Dumber. No, can I defend
yeah.
something about Dumb and Dumber real quick? Can I just
by all
point out
means.
it's dumb humor, and yet it's disguised in witty word humor, which is my favorite type of humor.
Okay.
No, for real, it is. That scene at the end with the 1 in a million thing.
Oh,
that is
yeah.
phrased.
So you're saying there's a chance.
Yeah. What are the chances we can end up together? 1 in 100? More like 1 in a million. So you're telling me there's a chance? And then they even twist it again.
Yeah.
The guy shows up and he's like, "Husband, what was all that 1 in a million talk?" That's a reversal of the
yeah.
wordplay.
I really
even
like
in
Dumb and Dumber.
stupid humor.
Like, I love that
It's
movie
witty
so much.
wordplay. Therefore, it's fun. To me.
So that's why you don't like Bridesmaids, because it's not witty enough.
Some of the jokes are a little easy. Some of
Well,
them.
I mean, it's SNL.
the
Yeah.
midpoint was
I mean,
a
it's not SNL, but
series
it's
of
mostly
diarrhea
SNL.
jokes.
But-
I don't do
But
diarrhea
It-
humor because what you're doing, you're trying to create. Okay, I don't like that humor, and let me tell you why. You're supposed to have the catharsis, right? You're supposed to be like, "Ooh, they're going through a bad thing. Glad it's not me." I think that's rude. I think it's I'm not unpolite, but just like, why would you wish them to be in physical and emotional pain?
It's only funny because they're in
And
extremely overly
Yeah.
expensive dresses. That's the reason it's funny. Diarrhea is not funny like
Yeah.
you're in pain, whatever, you're sweating.
It's funny
It's
because
funny.
she was trying so hard to get her hooks into that group. She was trying so hard to be like, I'm her best friend.
Right, they finally
This is
listen
my
to
thing.
her, and they go to a
Yeah.
place that gives them food poisoning.
And so
that's the joke. That's the
Yeah.
problem. It's another thing.
it's
on
a
top.
complication
it's a piling.
on top of what she was already doing. It's tied into her trying to be friends with her friends still. It's Kristen Wiig still
Right.
trying to be
You
friends
see,
with
it's all
Molly.
about the people
It's
and the
about
connections.
friendships.
And the
It's
fact that it's a
important.
series of
The whole
diarrhea
point-
jokes.
The whole
It's fine.
The whole point of Bridesmaids is the friendships of these women. This is what the movie is. The core of the movie is solid. And you're ignoring all that.
Unlike their
because-
poop because it's diarrhea.
It's diarrhea.
I don't like this movie.
Too
I
liquid.
don't like anything
I-
about this movie.
Stop it.
I don't think it's bad. It's not a bad movie.
I don't remember enough about it.
See,
That's because you haven't given it
I
a
don't
second
want to
try.
watch it again.
That's the thing. You gotta give it a chance.
You're gonna watch it again.
You
and
gotta
I know
give
you're
it
gonna
a
want
fair
to
chance.
stick
You're
to
gonna
your
watch it
guns.
again.
No, you're gonna want to stick to your guns, and you're gonna want to find everything negative because that's what you do. You're a digger
That's
for
what
the
Chris
negative.
O'Dowd's the only good thing about the movie,
That is
apparently.
I
not true.
Disagree.
You're gonna disagree with yourself.
He is not the only good thing
You're
about
gonna
that movie.
disagree with yourself.
I also really, really like that scene where they're trying to get his attention because Maya Rudolph's gone missing.
That's such a good scene.
It's so funny. It's just
Well, because they do like a series of offenses. Like they're blasting
yeah.
music. They're
Like, I want him to pay attention to me, so I'm going to speed. I'm
Who's
going to
driving
weave,
that car?
I'm going to drink while I'm. It's funny.
It's funny.
It's so funny.
It's funny.
And he's just kind of like, I'm ignoring
But
you.
she also doesn't
And-
like humor that is awkwardness for the sake of awkwardness that
Right.
goes too long. So that scene, I remember you hated that scene.
The
Where
wedding
they're-
toast scene.
They're at the
I don't need it.
Yeah.
They're
I don't
doing
need
the
it.
toast, and they're both fighting for the microphone time. They're both fighting for the last word.
Yeah.
And she
It just goes
does
on
No,
not.
I don't do awkward humor. Again, it's that whole, it's
Yeah.
the catharsis thing. If you're supposed to laugh at them because they're in pain, you're supposed to laugh because I'm not in that situation. Glad that I'm not in that situation. But I don't like that situation for anybody, not just me, for like worst enemies,
okay.
man. I don't do awkward humor.
I would disagree. I would agree that the scene is not funny because it is too unpleasant.
It goes too long, but that's the point.
It makes me in my heart uncomfortable that they have gone this far. I know why they're doing it. I know what the characters are doing, but watching them go that far, it's like, oh, sweetie, pull the brakes. Like, stop.
Right.
You know, just it's.
But you're also supposed to see that the main girl, the Kristen Wiig, that she's not quite
She's
where
not
she should
100%
be
there.
on the
She's-
mental side,
Yeah.
and that this is pushing her even further. So it's
That's character building. That's just
the
your
whole-
defense.
The
The whole
whole
thing
movie
is
is
just
a
like,
relationship movie. The whole movie is about this woman and her need for these connections.
it's about her struggles,
Yes,
honestly.
it's her struggle to connect with the world and the people around.
Like that's
her.
why even it is a positive movie about friendship, but it's a lot. It's really negative and it's really about depression because this girl is at rock bottom.
Completely.
And her
Lives with
best
her
friend
mom.
is kind of leaving her,
Restaurant died,
and that makes
like-
it worse. Yeah, she lost her restaurant. She's living with her mom. She lost her job. Everything, and that's why that scene with Melissa McCarthy is so important.
What scene?
Oh God damn it!
Do tell. I don't remember jack about this
She
movie.
is depressed. She's on the couch. She's watching fucking Castaway because that's a joke.
Well said.
hated.
You don't
Castaway
like
is a really
Castaway?
good
I'm not
movie.
saying I hated Castaway.
Oh my
I'm
God.
saying that in the review that I wrote about Bridesmaids, I mentioned that they
is
put in Castaway.
Tom Hanks is a god.
I know that Tom Hanks is amazing, but what I'm saying is that is an A+ actor in a good movie, and you plugged that into your shitty movie to make
She's
your own
allowed
movie
to like
better than
movies.
seaworthy. I made a pun in my
Oh
review.
God.
Because I hated Bridesmaids so much. Go ahead. What were you
I-
saying about Castaway and how it's a better movie?
She's watching Castaway, and then Melissa McCarthy comes in, and she's trying to tell her how she was bullied as a child, and that she has literally built herself to what she is. And she's trying to get Kristen Wiig to get off her ass and make something better and do something about it rather than just
Yeah.
sitting and crying. And it's a really important scene.
it's very
really
much
like a
like-
heart-wrenching scene.
Yeah, like if you want to stay here and do this, that's what you're planning on doing. But get your ass up off the couch.
And
Bitch.
she's like, "You got friends
Like,
right here." She
yeah.
does that, and I lost my mind.
yeah. It's like you're ignoring the possibilities of what you could have just because you want to fucking mope.
So it's a friendship movie, so it's kind of Melissa McCarthy then was playing the girl next door in the 1980s movie that flicks her hair and suddenly you like her better. She's like, I'm a friend.
No,
I'm a better friend.
No,
I don't remember this movie. You gotta help me out here.
Oh my goodness!
You've got a good friend here.
Well,
Why do
because
you
she-
need that other friend too? Is that not?
It's
No,
not.
but she's
it's-
trying. She's at her lowest, and she's trying to say that she's lost everyone important to her. And Melissa McCarthy's like, "You got a friend right here. I'm literally right
Why
here.
are
But
you
you wanna
ignoring this?"
you wanna attach to that and act like that's taken away everything from you.
Yeah.
It's,
I mean,
it's
but
important.
how long has she known Melissa McCarthy? Because if I lost a friend from my
I mean,
6-year-old
yeah.
childhood, that matters more than Melissa
I mean,
McCarthy. No
I'm not
offense
saying
to
it doesn't
Melissa
matter,
McCarthy.
but she's just saying that
Yeah.
there are positives, so hold on to those instead of the negatives.
Exactly.
That's all that she's saying.
Like, don't. Why are you gonna just dwell in this? Well, it's like in the Never-Ending Story. It's shut up. Let me enjoy my swamp of sadness.
Oh, I see. Okay, no,
Yeah.
it's just no. It's
If
me
you
that-
sit there and you let yourself get bogged down in the swamp, you're gonna die like the horse. You have to get up and walk.
Well, yeah, but to say that you're not allowed to have emotion sounds like you're doing
That's not
pain
what she's
Olympics.
saying.
No, you're allowed to have emotions, but you have to temper them with all.
You
the
need to
other
stop
emotions.
wallowing in your sadness. You know, it
Oh
sounds
my
like Pain
goodness.
Olympics to me,
Well,
just the way you're
it's
describing
not.
it.
It's what is it called? Like tough love, and I think she even says that, where she's like, "Oh, I needed to get my ass kicked today," and it kind of helps you get back to how you
Yeah.
are. And yeah, it might be a little bit rough, but you need that.
Yeah, and
You
granted,
know, to
they,
kind of snap
they
you
had
out
met
of it.
at the beginning of the movie, but she is being a friend. She is being
Right?
very,
Yeah,
like-
she's not there to be a bitch just to like laugh at her or whatever. She's
Yeah.
there to actually help her.
Yeah.
I don't remember enough about this
I
movie.
know
I
you
really
don't.
don't. I only
Oh my
watched it one
goodness.
time in theaters, and I was writing a review
Well,
halfway through.
We've only got like
So-
2 more minutes.
Yeah,
so,
we're close to 8 here.
yeah.
Yeah. I think we're just going to have to call this one an impasse. There's no way that we're going to talk her into thinking this movie's good. It's not a bad movie. It's about relationships. It is solid. It has things to say about female relationships, female friendships.
Right. Which I don't know any other movie that does it as well as that movie.
Yeah.
That actually shows women
Reese
being...
Witherspoon?
In friendship.
Legally Blonde?
Well, Legally Blonde's a
there
good
is some-
feminist movie.
yeah, there is some
but
No, she has
friendship
friends.
She's got a lot of friends in that
Female
one.
friends.
Yeah.
In that movie.
True.
Can I watch that
guess so.
instead?
Oh my goodness.
Can I watch the sequel instead?
Well,
Guess what I would rather
don't
watch?
remember the sequel.
Legally Blonde.
That's-
Legally Blonde 2.
it's got the lady from Waiting, the one with the angry and she's like cussing and stuff.
I don't know who
I
you're
don't.
talking
Yeah,
about.
I don't know. I haven't watched it in forever. I only know his musical number.
I
but
know Sally Field was the bad
That's all I
guy.
remember was Sally Field was in
was
it.
the bad guy.
Sally
Okay,
Field
we're
was the
gonna have to-
congresswoman.
apparently
Well, guess
we're
what we're
gonna
doing next time?
Okay, well, let us know in the comments below what movie that you guys think we should review, what we should talk about, any actors, anything. Give us some kind of tips.
Directors, genres.
They'll do more directors than I will.
Bring it
so.
on.
Tarantino.
Tarantino.
Oh, I have
Tarantino.
opinions,
I will
yeah.
talk
Chris
to you
Columbus?
about Tarantino.
Chris Columbus. I know who we should talk about.
Dramatic reveal. Who should we talk about, Jeanette? Frank Oz.
If you say
Frank Oz.
Tommy
What about
Wiseau,
Bob?
if you say Tommy Wiseau, I swear to God.
Blues Brothers.
I was gonna say John Landis.
Who's
Who?
John Landis?
No offense to John Landis.
Oh God!
Wow.
Who? If you tell me a movie, I'll probably
John
recognize
Landis?
it, but I'm just sitting here going, Frank Oz. We could talk about In and Out and what a horrible movie it
Ooh,
was.
yeah, we could talk about Frank
Even
Oz.
though Frank Oz was Miss Piggy. Frank Oz was
Also,
Yoda.
Blues Brothers.
Frank Oz was the cop.
and Death at a Funeral. Okay.
We could do
Yeah,
that.
we
I don't
could
know.
do-
We'll talk about it.
Well, we will talk
What
to
about
you
Bob?
next time.
What about
What
Bob?
about Bob?
Next time we will
Okay.
talk to you.
We will have more movie.
Goodbye.
All right.